in all sincerity and in all truth, peace and blessings are upon the elect of the nation of Israel, the men, women, and children whom the Lord has foreordained to receive mercy in these last days, to make up a large multitude, right? We will receive mercy through the sacrifice of our Lord Yahweh and Mashiach, whom the world ignorantly call Jesus Christ, right? And his father Yahweh, whom the world ignorantly call God. Right? We are the Hebrew Israelites, right? Our people, which are called so-called Negroes, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native American Indians, as well as our people who are scattered through the four corners of the earth. We are the true biblical Israelites, right? We are the descendants of the great men and women who are written up in the scriptures, right? We have lost our identity because we have lusted after other gods, and the Heavenly Father has scattered us according to the curses written in Deuteronomy 28th chapter, right? And now we're in the last days, we're in the last leg of the fourth beast, right? Prophesied of in Daniel chapter 2, right? We are in the final leg of the fourth beast right now, right? That's where we are in prophecy. You see me, our people are now coming back to their true nationality, their true identity, right? Being woken up by this word, which is the spirit, right? And the children of Israel being like those bones, dry bones in the valley, being woken up to their identity by this word, by the prophets which the Lord has stirred up and has quickened to go out and to preach his word, right? And to also cry out the downfall of Esau's kingdom, this fourth beast, right, which is nothing but a revival of the Roman Empire, and also the coming of our Lord, Yahushua, and elect angels, you see me, in chariots, which the world is now calling UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomenon, or UFO, whatever they want to call it, you see me, right? That's going to be the vehicles of our deliverance and the vehicles of Esau's downfall, right? Bring on peace upon that, man.
This is the curse that broke over the face of the earth.
Alright, this is First Peter. First Peter 3 and verse 7. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch and prayer. First Peter 4 and verse 7. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch and prayer.
Right, and let me try to say that first right? So the scripture says, right, behold, the end of all things is at hand, meaning the end of this present setup, right? As I mentioned before, there were four major kingdoms, right? That ruled, right, in the latter part of the earth, right? And the first one, right, the first major kingdom, right, was the Babylonian kingdom, which was the most beautiful, right? And then after the Babylonian kingdom, right, you had the what? You had the Persian Empire, or the Achaemenid Empire, right, which Persians and the Medes ruled, right? And then after that, Alexander the Great went on to conquer, right, and start the Greek Empire, right, which then pretty much melted over into the Roman Empire because the same Edomites, right? Yeah, you know, one little middle period, they call it the Greco-Roman Empire, and then, you know, ultimately it was the Roman Empire, right? We see we did a lot like a Roman Empire shape, but now we have a total revival of that Roman Empire, right? And we're in the twilight, right, of the end of the Roman Empire, so, right? The scripture said, the end of all things is at hand. The end of Esau's kingdom is at hand. So it said, therefore what? Be sober and watch unto prayer. Right? Brothers should be enveloped in prayer. Right? Praying as much as you can that the Lord God, that the Lord deliver you and keep you until that day, so that, as the scripture says, that you may be accounted worthy, right? To escape all these things and to stand before the Son of Man. That really is the goal, right?
Second Ezra 6 and verse 7, it says, then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth?
Right, so the first, right, started with pretty much with Adam, right? When Adam went off, right, the scripture said then that was decreed, you see me, which is now, right? So all of that coming right up where we are now is the first, right? And so we're not going to be the end of that at the beginning of the second, right? And the second is gonna start with what? It's gonna start with Yahushua taking the kingdom, in Daniel chapter 7.
The beginning of immortality.
Kingdom, right? And that's the beginning of immortality for Israelites. Right? Let's be specific, right? That's when Israel will have the total rule over the universe, right? And we will be immortal and righteous, right?
And he answered, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, of him Jacob's aunt held first heel of Esau, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth.
Right, so since we're in the end of the world now, right, there are certain empires that are ruling, and the scripture says Esau is the end of the world, right? So by default, the kingdoms that are ruling right now must be Edomite kingdoms. And the scripture says Esau is the end of the world, right? So the kingdom that's ruling right now is being led by Edomites, right? Namely, you see me, European Edomites. Because America was founded by European Edomites anyway, right? Exactly, you see me. So European Edomites,
Go back to the prophecy.
right? They are the ones who are ruling right now. Edom is ruling right now. Right? Even Russia that's coming up now as a power in the world. The Edomites, the only one that's there sitting among the top Edomites are the so-called Chinese,
Which are puppets to Edom.
which are puppets to Edom anyway.
Because
right?
China is owned by the brick.
Right? So the whole power structure right now is headed by Edom. Right? And they said they are the end of the world, meaning they are going to rule when this present world comes to an end. Right? And then the beginning of the next is going to be what? Jacob's rule. Right? What?
2 Ezra 7 verse 43 says, but the day of doom shall be the end of this time, and the beginning of immortality, for to come wherein corruption is past, intemperance is at an end, infidelity is cut off, righteousness is grown, and truth is sprung up.
Right, and we're swiftly approaching that day of doom, the time of Jacob's trouble. Right? We're swiftly approaching that time. And then as we go through the day of doom, right, and we come to the other side of the day of doom, right, it's going to be what? It's going to be the dawning of the new kingdom. Right? Where all the things that are evil and wicked and bad will have passed away for the Israelites.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And all good, you see me, will pursue the Israelites. Right? And scripture says in Deuteronomy 30, you see me, the Lord will take these curses from us and put them upon our enemies. Right? So we will start to experience Deuteronomy chapter 28 verses 1 to 14. Right? We will experience all of that goodness. Right? And the nations will experience verse 15 to verse 68. The nations will experience that. Because the Lord will put all our curses on them.
And
Right?
some of them are being expressed double.
God, double style, right? And not to say these nations won't benefit from our rule, because after 1,000 years of slavery, when the so-called white man Esau is eradicated from the earth, they will benefit from living under righteous rulership,
All nations
Right?
shall be blessed.
Yeah, exactly. Bring out Daniel 7, brother.
Daniel 7 and verse 18 says, but the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever.
Right, this is what's coming next, though. Right? The saints of the Lord, which are the Israelites, right? So you see the saints that made a covenant with me by blood, that's the Israelites, right? So they said the saints shall take the kingdom.
Not ask for it.
Hey, that's a forcible
Not march
word,
for it.
We're gonna take the kingdom, because best believe these are not going without a fight, but it won't even be a fight. It's just gonna be a knockout, a wipeout, a vaporization. As 2 Corinthians 13 say, right? You say, and if you remember Moses, you covered one violence, and then it's just saying, throwing it God. Obviously, it does have school.
Flawless. And I fight today, go back to camp later in the evening, then fight tomorrow, then I go back to camp, dress the wound, no? I wish I need this kingdom like right now. See, that's why in the prophecy in the scripture say, oh, he saw a white horse going conquering and to conquer. You know? God not come back, come fight with you Edomites and then come back home and fight again. And then go pitch tent again and fight again.
No, meet me as a man.
Exactly.
The Lord said, I will meet you as a man.
Exactly.
He said, the scripture say, I have long time holding my
My
peace.
peace,
Right? So the Heavenly Father not rest when he starts slaughter you.
Exactly.
Verse 27 says, and the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High.
And it's going to be
So-
given by the Most High.
Exactly. The kingdom and the glory of the kingdoms, meaning the glory of these other nations, yo, the best that they possess will be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, yo, which are Israelites. Yo. We will literally possess the other nations. Yo.
Rightly so in Job 9:24 it says the earth is given into the hands of the wicked.
Right.
So the wicked have their rule. Now is the time for the righteous to have their
Right.
rule.
And as how Esau's rule was numbered, the rule of the righteous will not be numbered. Yo.
Exactly.
Right? Read the scripture again, brother, verse again.
27, verse 27 again. 27 verse 27. And the kingdom and dominion and the greatness of the kingdom under the whole heaven shall be given to the people of the saints of the Most High, whose kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, and all dominion shall serve and obey him.
Right, so it say, the kingdom is an everlasting kingdom, yo. It will never end. And all dominions will obey and serve him, which is Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
So all the
Right.
rest of nations, all the rest of kingdoms, without, outside
And the
Israel.
tributaries, yo.
Yeah, the scripture
to
says
Israel.
the gates of Jerusalem will be open to receive the forces of the Gentiles.
Can get Isaiah 60 or 61 in one of them.
Yeah.
Is it going to
Revelation, first start. Yes, that which ye have already hold fast till I come. See? And he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nations, and he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shiver, even as I received of my Father.
Right. Now, and right now, if you really take a look at the position of the so-called Negro or Latino or Native American man there right now in the earth, you see me? Them type of mindset here would have never come in their mind.
Never.
Right? Right? Yeah. The idea that we as men of the Lord, you see me, will possess the nations, yo. You see me? We'll rule over them. And we'll be gods, we'll be immortal, we'll be righteous.
You have to tell someone that they laugh off me and tell a fairy tale thing that I'm talking about.
Because right now, we're looked down upon. We're the lowest among the low. You see me? The scripture said what? In all them places where you have got shame, the Lord will what? Make the fame, glory you and fame. Right? So now, even though now, it's unthinkable that the lowly Israelite man are going to be gods on the earth and rule all things. You see me? But the Lord said what? The Lord said him use the things that are low
to confound the
to
high.
conform the things that are high. You see me? So the Lord used in people which he belittled and brought down on the low. Like bring me down. You see me? He's going to use those low people. You see me? Overturn. You see me? This mighty empire that Esau has built up. Right?
Just as scripture says, the king of the Lord shall take the kingdom.
Right.
And the Lord said, I'm doing Edom according to his anger by the hands of his people Israel.
Right,
Done.
done.
You know scripture?
Yeah, man.
And it's Isaiah 60,
Verse 9.
verse 9.
Anyway, you want to read the whole chapter.
Yeah, chapter. Bad boy chapter.
Surely the eyes shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first to bring thy sons from far, and their silver and their gold with them, unto the name of the Lord thy power, unto the Holy One of Israel, because he had glorified thee. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have mercy on thee.
Right, so the low state that we're in right now, because the Father is angry with us, yo. Right, because we have sinned against him. Even today, we sit down and I'm against a television set, see me? And one after the other, you have one bag of Hindu man advertise, you see me, for them
Shiva.
yeah, the palm reading them psychic reading whatever you do. You see me, our people took on to them thing here, right? So this is just one example. You see me, of the idolatry where people commit. You see me, which is why the Heavenly Father was angry with us, yo, and gave us into the hand of our enemies, yo. Which is why we're in the lowest state that we are right now. Right? But a remnant, right? A small elect, it's returning. The Heavenly Father, yo, according to Deuteronomy 2:30, we're going to remember ourselves in the land of captivity. And we're going to turn to the Heavenly Father. So a remnant, waking up, right? And it's coming back to Yahweh Shai, and that remnant are going to lead the way in the new kingdom, yo, right? Wherein the Heavenly Father is no longer going to be angry with Israel, because his anger is going to be accomplished, our punishment is going to be wrapped up, right? And next is going to come the favor, yeah, right? The favor is going to come next year, right? And in his favor, he's going to endow with glory what we can never imagine, right? The scripture said that the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, yo. Kings shall be thy nursing fathers, queens thy nursing fathers, yo. They shall bow down their faces to the ground and lick up the dust of thy feet, yo. Them are going to hold on to your skirt and say, we have heard that Yahweh is with thee.
Yahweh is with thee.
You see me? Them are going to come to Jerusalem and beg to be in the presence of an Israelite man or an Israelite woman.
It doesn't
or an
matter who you
Israelite child, yo.
are. Why once is an Israelite is a celebrity.
Yeah.
You know?
That's going to be the status what all people are going to have on this planet, yo. And in the universe and the whole, yo. You see me? We're going to be true deities, yo. Representative of Yahweh Shai, yo. Right?
You watch the movie of Gods of Egypt.
It's Gods and Kings. It's bigger than
It's
everybody
bigger,
else.
yeah. It's better
Right.
to move amongst men.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to be amongst men, yo. We're going to look and know that this is an Israelite. Just by the glow, the size.
Exactly.
The very presence, the very, they call it aura.
Oh, exactly.
The very aura, yo. This is a son of God. This is a daughter of God. This is a child of God.
Exactly. Especially if you're part of the 144,000 people that are throw down themselves.
Right.
Before
Yeah, look up
Because even regular Israelites are going to know the difference between
Exactly.
144,000
Exactly.
or the 100 and 200, yo.
Exactly.
Right? One.
Verse 11. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually,
Right?
they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the courses of the Gentiles.
So the best crops gonna come to Jerusalem.
Right.
The finest gold to Jerusalem.
Best
the
women.
finest women, they concubines,
Best wine.
Jerusalem. The best one.
The best of everything.
Which is rightly so. Which is
Right.
only fair because we've been eating the worst and the worst and the nastiest
Right.
and the nastiest for years.
Time for this is coming.
Exactly. It's a miracle why we're still alive, bro.
Right.
You see, because even there was an article come out the other day that it was Nestle. We go again, Nestle products.
rice, baby rice cereal.
Yeah, some cancer or something. Did you know that in all Nestle product, you have thinner in it? Thinner, where you can't
Well,
thinner.
for sure, so. You see me? Last year, you see me, when you just start take formula, we try and lock to get the next product.
Yeah,
And they make me sick in the fever
right.
and vomit it up and we stop eating.
Yeah.
You see me? And this year now, we go with this mistake, we try our next product, which is
No worry.
cereal.
Yeah.
And I see him think,
Yeah.
fever
Come
and
on.
vomit it up.
Come on, they're full of chemicals, man.
Yeah,
It tastes nice.
that's it.
You know? It tastes
That's
nice.
it.
But I tell you, it becomes thinner. Thinner, they use wash up paint on the front. In a
We
Nestle
switch to
product.
the local, we switch to Alaska.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Right, that's
man.
what
Not that it's
Better.
great, but it's better.
It's a little better.
Yeah, you know?
At least I don't eat something.
Yeah, you know? Mr. Chin.
You see me? Plus, you see me, I think that the hell up of Darby Road, say, Nestle, is to win a case with pretty much chance to different.
Yeah, exactly.
Chance to
Yeah,
in
yeah.
production of some of them products.
Exactly. Yeah.
You see me? Nestle. So, and if you say every say, all brothers should be boycotting Nestle.
Nestle. Exactly. Yeah, fuck Nestle, bro.
Fuck Eastside, but in the kingdom, you see me, we're going to get the best, yo.
You remember,
You see me?
not to cut it, you remember when Nestle did a drought all the water in America and shipped to China?
Right. And that's South America too.
And that's what?
Yeah, they buy out all of the water and everything there.
Oh.
You see me? Hey, Eastside is the devil, yo. And there's so many different ways to prove it.
Exactly.
You see me? But in the kingdom, you see me, scripture say what? We will suck the breath of kings, yo.
Exactly.
Which means we are getting all the riches and substance, yo. Everything that made them rich, we are going to take it, yo. It's just like Esau doing now. Every kingdom that has some form of material
with oil,
you see
gold,
me,
whatever.
oil, minerals, you see me, even the people,
Exactly.
Esau exploit them, yo.
Exactly.
You see me? We will do that, but we will do it on a righteous level, yo. They are going to willingly come to it and surrender the best place that, yo. You see me?
It's just like this little video we watched the other day. They have this one of them tribes, Latino tribes. In Central America, I want president, I want minister. Basically, I said, Chile is rich, Brazil rich, Central America rich. It's the people that's poor.
Yeah, just like Haiti.
It's the people.
The people in Haiti is poor, but
Yeah.
Haiti is a lot of coal and stuff. Yeah,
Resources,
but
man.
who control it? The Clintons, man. You know, when the earthquake hit them 2010, a lot of people send food supplies, tin food and thing over, and them not get it. Where it go? Yeah?
I remember my club when we have a box below my
Yeah,
phone.
and people just
Everybody
care
put it
and
in
put in
my
things.
phone.
Them not get it. That go to other organizations, man. You know, people talk about them foundation. That foundation is set up to rob the poor, man. Just like how people think that FEMA set up to help the people in America. FEMA set up to murder their asses, man. You know? And, you know,
And that their kings may be brought, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish.
shall perish.
Right, and that parallel what? Luke chapter 19, when the Lord said,
Read
they
that.
have to rule over
And slay them from me.
Yeah,
God.
you see me? So any nation, and down to the individual, any
Exactly.
individual, you see me? Go all the way to nation. Any entity at all that resists the rule and
Or Yahushua.
you see me? Go to them.
And the Lord said, that is not with me, is against me.
And if you don't feel like people don't get to them, we just stop the rain, yeah?
Yeah, I guess Peter, yeah.
I think that's correct.
Yeah. It's the family of Egypt come up, man. You know?
Dead from drought
Famine.
and famine all them people down there.
Yea, those nations shall be utterly waste. The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee.
And what Lebanon known for? Like them trees, man. You know? The pine tree, Lebanon national tree is the pine tree. So all them trees are up here. You know, Jerusalem says the glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee. Go ahead.
The fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together to beautify the place of my
So
sanctuary.
the place of the Most High sanctuary, Yahweh Shemir Shai sanctuary is going to be what? Beautiful. The entire earth, but more so Israel. Chiefly Jerusalem.
And it's like when Solomon was building the temple, yo. He gathered the best material from people all the way over
Here.
the side.
Yeah,
He gathered the best material and he built a temple to the Lord, yo.
which is right. So,
And it's the same thing that we're going to do, yo. The scripture said the Lord are going to beautify the place and rest, yo. Israel are going to be beautified beyond measure.
Measure.
If you even read Revelation chapter 22, and it describes the precious stones and everything that we're going to use,
Exactly.
lining the floor,
Yeah,
lining the walls, the seat, everything, yo. You're going to be walking from precious metals, yo, and precious stones. It's like sapphire and sardonyx, the onyx and everything, yo. Unimaginable, yo.
exactly.
We're not living in a concrete jungle.
Exactly.
No concrete.
No concrete.
Wood. No concrete. All marble are going to be too cheap for it.
Yeah, we never think about hurricane that come live off a rooftop and all that shit, you know? Them things never done for
Just like Yahushua, we're going to say, oh, yo, peace is still and yeah,
Back to the wind, man.
you see me, the breeze will stop. You see
Exactly.
me? We send breeze where breeze to go. Hey, just like Esau doing it. No.
Yeah, exactly. He started doing it
Esau doing it. No.
He started put rain when want rain to fall.
No,
you know?
see none of them things.
Yeah.
I say, hey, I still remember a few years back, you know, when they talk about them smile to me, kind of.
Yeah, when the sea come up,
And that's not what no people.
yeah, God.
You see me? Hey, so just like Esau pretending,
Yeah.
God, we're going to truly be gods on the earth.
Yeah.
We're going to show him what it is to be a God on the earth.
Without
and to have the
fucking
earth
shit up.
prosper.
Without
Right.
fucking shit up, man.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're going to be righteous, yo.
Exactly.
It's like, no, he just a reap out everything out on the earth.
Yeah.
And him not in a
And-
chance.
Yeah.
If it just replenish.
Exactly.
No, you're going to have land savage and everything there. You see me? We're not going to drill no all out of the earth because we're not going to need all the power.
Exactly.
You see me? Hey, the kingdom where Esau tried build in Utopia when one build in a reset.
Yeah.
You see me? It's even model it after what the kingdom is going to be.
Yeah.
When we have is a cheap counterfeit, yo.
Him have an idea of what the kingdom would be like.
But it's a cheap counterfeit.
But him a try gain a through technology and witchcraft.
Right.
But the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, bro. That's what the scripture said. You know? So him a try get it in our wicked and decrepit way. And it just no work together. You know? Continue.
And I will base place of my feet glorious. Sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee.
Hey, you see like how you have them other camps that say to the Edomite man, bow down before us. And they keep nobody can bow down before you, man. Because as you said, the lot of that aura fire,
Aura, yeah.
the people are gonna just know. Look. Just like how every knee is going to bow and every tongue is going to confess that Yahweh is Lord, you know? And so when them see these nations, the Israelite man, them are going to know, so look here, look at the present, yeah, you know? Get down.
If you have to tell a man to bow, you know no power.
Exactly, if you have to tell him to bow. You can imagine Yahweh Shai fly down on a chariot, and just walk up to him, we ask him, Yahweh Shai, big face, you know? I talk to him like you're on the said level.
If you have command power, you have
No power, exactly. Automatically, even the angels, when them come down, you know, and you have other brothers, even John, when he fell down with the angels at him, for I am thy fellow servant, you know, because of the presence, the countenance, you know, the only thing is go down, man. You
Yeah,
know?
but the thing is, you know, you have, in a Hebrews, it tell us, you know, the angels are ministering spirits.
Spirits, can.
To them that will receive,
Exactly.
So if angels, you see me, are so mighty, you see me, and you
I'm
fall
sure
down
though.
at them presence.
Exactly.
Imagine we, when them are served, when we get glorified,
Glorified. Can.
you see me, we get truly glorified, yo.
Can.
Because you have angels that are sent to serve and to protect members of the elect and the people dying and them. You see me? And they are both the angels. And scripture tell us
Yeah,
see,
exactly.
Hebrews, he tell us that Yahushua was made was exalted above the angels, yo. He was made a little lower, but exalted above the angels, yo. And we are following in the same footsteps, yo.
Exactly.
We made a little lower, you see me, because we in fleshly bodies right now. You see me, but we're going to be exalted above them, yo. You see me, that's how powerful we're going to be, yo. We're going to command angels.
They have the angels
Command
desire.
angels, no.
The angels desire to look into the things that we're looking for.
Right. And in a psalm, it tells us, yo, the angels shall fear you. Place like that's That's talking about the elect as well, yo, the 144,000. He said, I shall keep you in charge of our authority. And again, it said, the angels of the Lord encamping about them that fear him. You see me? The angels are there protecting us, yo.
Where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name.
Yeah, my name, yo.
Bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and they shall call thee the city of the Lord, Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
Right, so now they will mock. Now they will mock and say, is this the people?
Yeah.
You see me? That they call it the
Lamentation.
beauty of holiness or the beauty of the nation or whatever.
Good.
It's no they will mock. They will look power and say, I really Zion this?
Yeah.
You see me? I really the people of God, this look how them stay. You go for worse than hip hop, you see the nastiness. You see me? You see the twerking, the fighting, the war down. You see me?
Everything that's bad.
Yeah, you see everything that's bad and they scoff. And they say, look what happened to them. We have swallowed them up. You see me? But the day will come when I was saying, with all the shame that we have gotten, the Lord are going to glorify we up. You see me? And all those nations took part in our downfall, you see me, will experience the wrath of Yahweh on the hands of the Israelites.
Baruch 4 and verse 24, it says, like as now the neighbors of Zion have seen your captivity,
Right?
so shall they see shortly your salvation from our God.
Come from our God, man.
See? Which shall come upon you with great glory.
Hey, but when the scripture speak about the strangeness of their salvation, man. You know, so far that they unbelief. Just imagine, bro. You know, and that's the glory, man.
You see, the thing is with people, we're so desperate for some kind of reparation or some kind
To be seen.
by the
Want to
enemy.
be important.
You see, we want. We know so we're broken.
Yeah, we
You
know.
see me? We know so we're broken and we want some kind of healing. You see me?
Comfort.
But we look into the wrong people. You see me? Joe Biden passed the bill to make Juneteenth, which is today. You see me? A public holiday, a federal holiday. I'm cheer. You see me? Because it's like they must seek any form of comfort. You see me? For the hurt what they must feel right now because we hurt generationally, yo. Isn't it? But if only they know that the glory we are wait with is far more than what Esau even imagine most of what Esau can give. Wow. Because if Esau give you all I'm wealth when up right now, it's still big enough to even compare. Isn't it? It's like you compare one grain of sand with one beach.
But the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof.
Right.
You know?
You see me? We're gonna have so much more than what Esau can even dream of. You see me? So we don't look to Esau for reparations, yo. Because really and truly, you see me, Esau is just a whip and the Lord wheeling with him.
Exactly.
You see me? So we look to the power that send the whip against us. As I say in Isaiah chapter 10. You see me? We're gonna send the Assyrian against
in that same chapter, there says, shall the axe boast himself against him that you deal with?
Exactly. So we know that reparation cannot come from the axe. You see me? It comes from the person that wield the axe. So we look to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai for reparation, yo. Right? And according to his word, the reparations are going to be far above what we can imagine, yo. You see me? So we know that reparations are there. You see me? And that the victory is already written, yo. It's already there.
Just
you
think
see me?
about Galaxy
The end
traveling.
is written. The script is there. The only thing we can do is live it out, yo. Esau has already defeated. No matter how much he mount on himself, you see me, no matter how much he says, oh, some people don't go over it. The victory is written, and at the end of the day, all Israel are going to be saved, yo. Even the 2/3. Exactly. You see me, the victory is already written, yo. The prophecy is set in stone. And the Lord said, word not going to go out void. I return to him empty, yo. It's going to go out and it's going to accomplish things in himself. And there are tons of scriptures speaking about the re-glorification of the children of Israel when the children of Israel come back, yo. That not yet. You see me, if I did the butter down there, you see me, it's much more glorified, yo.
It's much war. They have war against other people.
They have not been glorified there. No nation now come to them and bow down and kiss them. Right now, America alone give them ratings.
Exactly. America only ally in the Middle East, really, when you check it out. You know?
Right. You see me, anything else a puppet.
Exactly.
I continue, it says, upon you with great glory and brightness of the everlasting. It says, my children, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon you from Yahweh, for thine enemy had persecuted thee, but shortly thou shalt see his destruction, and shall tread up at his neck.
Exactly.
Patiently await for Esau.
Micah said, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have
Sinned against him.
like the fire mind, get it, man.
Micah 7 and 9.
Yeah.
What?
See? Tread up on their necks, man.
So we don't want the money from them. We don't want to pay for it.
Fuck no, your money, you know,
We don't
man.
want to destroy lands and them things. You see me? Nobody want to plot a land and Babylon.
Exactly.
You see me? We want to tread up on your necks.
Exactly.
That's what we want, yo. Bring your neck up.
And we need a seed after you, man. You know? To be perpetual slaves.
Bring the job.
God.
Micah 7 verse 9, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him.
Right, so now we're experiencing the indignation of the Lord, yo. It's we being out here right now in the eyes of the Bible, being broken. We're starting to experience the favor of the Lord, the return of the favor of the Lord, which is through Yahushua, yo.
It's a wonderful thing, man.
As the brother says, a wonderful thing. So he said, I will bear the indignation of the Lord, as the real precept, suffer patiently the wrath that is come upon me from the Heavenly Father, yo. What?
Until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me.
Right. So the scripture says, I'm going to plead because, yo. Right? I know I'm going to do that. You see me? It's written up in, I think, Joel. You see me? When he says, I'm going to plead because with the nation, yo. Oh, I'm going to do that. The scripture says, the slain of the Lord shall be many. And so I'm going to plead with them. You think the plea that going to be, I'm going to say, please let my people go? You see me? Please be fair. No. The plea with the Lord I'm going to do in these last days, you see me, is slaughter, yo. I really know.
Joel 3 and verse 1, for behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations, I will bring them down into this valley of Jehoshaphat,
And Jehoshaphat is Yahweh's judgment, what?
and I will plead with them here for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Right. So the Lord said, I'm going to bring them there and I'm going to plead with them. You see me, for his people, yo. Right? And that plead, as we said, he's not going to bring them to our round table talk and I'm going to say, yo, what can I do today for you to let my people go? No, it's not going to be a discussion, yo. Right? It's going to be a conquering, yo. Right? It's, well, when Revelation 19 describes Yahushua, you see me? It's the one. He said he went forth to conquer, yo. It's in righteousness. He does judge and make war. That's why I'm going to plead, yo.
The Lord is a man of war.
The Lord is his name. Yeah, we're going to sing the song of Moses, yo.
A quick scripture.
What?
Isaiah 66 verse 60 says, for by fire and by sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Perfect. And that's the mind of for by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. This is how the Lord will plead, yo. You see me? Not begging, yo. The Lord will plead by violence and slaughter, yo. The slain of the Lord shall be many, yo. You see me? So we're waiting on that day. You see me? For the Lord who has put us in this lowest state to come and bring us out of this lowest state, yo. And put us on high and glorify us. So we can't do it on our own. Right now, if we go up against Esau, you see me? We get put down easily. You see me? Because Esau technology right now, we can't even imagine. You see me? But when the Lord comes, Esau will experience opposition where he couldn't even imagine.
Exactly.
You see me? Same thing, so all the technology we have right now.
Like you know something.
You see me? But when the military man come on Fox and say, you see, the UFO technology we witness is from about at least 100 to 1,000 years more advanced than anything we ever see.
And these are things been seen about from the time of ancient Egypt.
Exactly.
And the children coming out of ancient Egypt.
So can you imagine?
And this is modern time. Modern time.
Alexander the Great wrote about silver shields and flew down, you see me, and destroyed the walls of Tyre fields and could have gone into the city, because it was a walled city and it was an island.
Exactly.
So he couldn't just attack the wall from sea. And it said some flying silver shields come down, yo, and destroy the walls and allow them to enter the city, yo. Right? The Lord wanted Alexander to conquer, yo. But the fuck, he had a dream. You see me? About an Israelite priest, yo. You see me? And he went to him, yo. And the Israelite priest told him the prophecy in Daniel. And said, you will conquer. That's how he got the confidence to go out and do it and know exactly, yo. Because he was chosen as a vessel, chosen by the Lord.
Servant of the Most High.
Right.
To do his bidding.
You see me? Just like it's called Cyrus, anointed of the Lord.
Lord, exactly.
Right.
Nebuchadnezzar is a servant of the Lord.
Servant of the Lord. Hey, Donald Trump was a servant of the Lord. Creepy Joe is a servant of the Lord. Anyway, hey, the scripture say what? The heart of the king
It's in the hands of
the Lord, and it turns.
We know it's where we will.
So any world power that sit down in the seat, you see me? Big nose. All that madness what you're doing right now is spread the job.
Yeah.
You see me? It's
Yo,
the Lord doing that.
You know, so it's a full friend there. Up at the school, I take people at the job.
What you feel?
No, company.
Oh,
Full.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I thought about it.
Enough punch back in their face.
Huh?
Yeah, black and blue up there.
I tell you.
Yo, a sheep to the slaughter.
Exactly, which is rightly so. And then finish up.
Verse 1. Isaiah 66 verse 16 said by fire and by sword. Huh? Repeat?
Read from verse 15, verse 1.
Okay. Isaiah 66 verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with our flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Right. Perfect. And this right, man. Slain of the Lord shall be many. Finish up Micah and then we spread again.
Back to Micah again, Micah 7 and verse 9 says, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness.
Right, this is Isaiah 26 verse 20. He said, Come, my people, enter thou into thy chamber, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. For behold, the Lord cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall cover her blood, and shall no more cover her slain.
Exactly. Hey, when the Lord coming up, he's in Isaiah 32. What motherfucker? Read Isaiah 32, brother, and start from top.
32?
When it's just the mountain shall melt. Yeah, read Isaiah 32, yo. Alright, so we can bring out the judgment of the Lord, yo. But the apostle start, we do a video the other day. I think recently, probably today. So the Lord and his church are gonna come and destroy Babylon.
Yeah.
Listen to me, go on. Have it?
Isaiah 32 1, he said, Behold, a king shall reign in righteousness.
How it's from?
Mountain shall melt.
No, no, 63, man.
I think about 60 something.
I heard it.
Yeah, 30.
The indignation of the Lord is the one.
Yeah, 34.
The indignation of the Lord is the one.
We don't want to 30 today, man.
This is Isaiah 34 and verse 1. It says, Come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their sting shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together on a scroll.
Hey, this is describing, isn't it? The climax of World War III, yo. Isn't it? When the Lord Yahushua and the Holy Elect Angels, isn't it? Invade this planet, this is what the people call and lay waste, isn't it? The armies of the world, yo. And at the same time, those thermonuclear bombs are going to be falling all over the place, especially on America, yo. You see me? That's why it speaks about the part again with the cloud goes together. Right?
34 verse 4 again says, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together on a scroll.
Right, and that was synonymous with even 2 Peter 3, when it says all the elements shall be dissolved with fervent heat, yo. Right? That's what it's talking about, yo. Thermonuclear fire. What?
And all their hosts shall fall down, as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a fallen fig from the fig tree.
Right, and that goes parallel with Revelation 6. It's the motherfucker, if somebody can bring out Revelation 6, it's when it speaks about the fig tree. Isn't it? Yeah. No man, Revelation 6 now. Yeah. So let's bring it parallel with that.
Revelation 6 and verse 13, and the stars of heaven fell unto the earth, even as a fig tree causeth her untimely figs, when she is shaken of a mighty wind. And the heaven depart as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island were moved out of their places.
Right. If you ever watch a video of an atomic bomb, you see me, then you have the mountains shall be moved out of their places, yo. That's how powerful this blast is gonna be, yo. Right? America is gonna be a desolate wasteland, yo. The amount of bombs gonna drop out on them, yo. And the islands of the sea gonna move out of their place. Hey, this Jamaica land, who no love, you see me, are gonna be sunken, yo.
Right.
You see me, when these bombs start to drop, yo, we're gonna be in the chariots. God willing, we are part of that number. We speak as the hope for the elect. You see me, we're gonna be above the ozone layer looking down. You see me, on the slave of glass mingled with fire, yo. We're gonna be looking down on the missiles that's making impact with the earth, yo. You see me, they're gonna look like stars falling on the earth, as John the Revelator say, yo. They're gonna look like falling stars hitting the earth and exploding, yo. Massive explosions, yo.
All the fault line
Right?
on the earth are going to sugar out.
Exactly. The Lord Yahushua himself are gonna be adding to that, yo.
Right.
Right? He's gonna be adding to that fire, yo. He's gonna thoroughly cleanse the earth, yo. Right? Tell us that. Tell us that he's gonna thoroughly purge and flow, yo. Right? So the Lord Yahushua are gonna purge this earth, yo. So that when the new one starts, it's gonna start fresh. Just like when the Lord purged the earth one time with water, I'm gonna purge with fire now. And when you purge something with fire, hey, that's a true purge, yo.
Right.
You see me, when you wash something, you see me, you clean and it. Or when you burn something, that's true purification, yo. You see me, the Lord gonna purge this earth, yo, with thermonuclear fire and with the fire. Where am I gonna bring, yo? According to check out the justice, it's a blast. You see me come out and mount, yo. Right? Yeah.
Back in Isaiah 34, verse 5 says, "For my sword shall be bathed in heaven."
Right, and that sword, right, is what? It's those thermonuclear missiles, yo. Right? Those ICBM missiles, yo. Right? And he said they shall be bathed in heaven, yo. Right? Because I'm gonna travel. You see me? We up in the sky, we are above the atmosphere from one continent to the next. They hit the target, yo. The sword shall be bathed in heaven, one, and it shall come down and one.
Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea,
Right.
and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Right, and the people of his curse is who? You see me, Esau, yo. Right, it speaks about that in Malachi chapter 1, yo. Right, the people against whom the Lord has indignation forever, yo. And the Lord said, his sword are gonna come down upon him, yo. Chiefly, Babylon the Great, Mr. Babylon the Great, yo. Right, they're gonna be destroyed violently, yo. And I watch a video today, they are Elias and one man's camp, they do a breakdown about it's bringing out the prophecies in Jeremiah, who speaks about the violent downfall of Babylon, and bringing out the fact that Babylon that existed in Jeremiah's time did not go down violently, yo. It was a very strategic, you see me, and surgical strike, yo. Right, it quietly flew over, you see me, in the media Persian Empire, yo. Right, because the ruler, you see me, was assassinated, yo. Surgical strike in the middle of the night, yo. You see me, but this Babylon, you see me, are going to be thrown down with majestic violence.
Yeah, which is right, because Babylon was built upon violence.
Right.
So they'll be
Those
thrown
violence
down by
shall
violence.
be thrown down.
Exactly.
Malachi 1 and 4 said, "Whereas Edom said, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord had indignation forever."
Right, God, beautiful, yo. Right? What everything else, what?
So Isaiah 24:19, it says the earth is utterly broken down, the earth is clean, dissolved, the earth is moved exceedingly. See? The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage. See? And the transgression thereof shall be heavily upon. upon it, see, and it shall fall and not rise again.
Right. And when those bombs drop, man, earth gonna be like this. You see me? Like a junkie dance. Yeah, man, the Lord are gonna bring, you see me, a very violent end. You see me, to Esau's kingdom, you know. Him rule, a violent rule. You see me, and the Lord are gonna accumulate all that violence when my rule for hundreds of years.
Right?
You see me, over a millennia. 2 millennia. In my rule. In my rule from the Greek Empire. My peace, right. I would cry like a Jamaican woman. But Lord, I go all out. Yeah. See me, Lord, I go all out on Esau. See? Right? And as brother Chapar the other day, you don't want to be in Babylon when that day is to come here.
Right.
Because only, you see me, the elect of the Lord, you see me, the Lord going to be, the Lord going to deliver by chariots. I go be delivered from America, yo. It's going to be the worst place we exist in, yo. Because it's the epicenter of the Lord's judgment, yo. The very focal point, worst part of the battlefield. Right, that's America. The hottest part of the battle. Every bomb, people drop them. The moon, I can bomb them. Every bomb I drop them. Isn't it?
Verse 21, and it shall come to pass that day that the Lord shall punish the house of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth.
Right. So with that, we have an explosive session. You see me, forgive us the spirit to come out here. You see me, another weekend and prophesy the words of the Lord. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Game and Stone. Right? And salutations to Akim. You see me out there pushing. Keep pushing. You see me, we're in the twilight, yo. You see me, we're in the 100-meter dash now. The last section. So,
God, this is like a teaching of this evening.